Hi, welcome to Miss Richardson's U.S. History 5-Minute Lectures. The information here will be U.S. Notes 1.17, Teddy Roosevelt, the Progressive. It includes information aligned with the third section of your study guide. Remember that you control the lecture. Pause the video if you need, write down your questions, and rewatch if you need to. And always use your study guide. Let's go ahead and get started. As I told you in the last set of notes, Teddy Roosevelt became president in 1901 when President McKinley was shot. He turned the presidency from a laissez-faire presidency into an active, progressive presidency. This changed the expectation of Americans for the federal government. In these notes, I really want to look at Roosevelt's domestic policies, those things that he did here in the U.S. I'll tell you more about the foreign policies of Roosevelt in a later set of notes. His domestic policy is called the Square Deal. It's called this because he tried to balance the interests of business, labor, and consumers, making it even and fair for all. He wanted everyone to have a square deal, or equal shares. In his Square Deal for America, Teddy Roosevelt aimed to increase federal power, regulate trusts, regulate transportation, and protect the public health. He mediated a coal strike, not siding with the owners, but working towards a fair deal for both sides. Roosevelt's also known for his trust-busting activities, stopping big businesses from illegally gaining too much power. He actively sought out trusts and broke them up, creating smaller, competing companies that helped workers and the economy. This is one of the things he's most famous for. He also read Upton Sinclair's book, The Jungle. He was so disgusted by the description of food processing and the filth in the packing industry that he ordered changes. He supported the Pure Food and Drug Act and the Meat Inspection Act, both of which were designed to ensure clean, healthy food to Americans. The Pure Food and Drug Act set up the FDA, the Federal Drug Administration, which regulated the purity of food. It still does this today. He also supported harsher punishments and fines when companies did not follow the guidelines that were set into place. Roosevelt was also an avid outdoorsman. He loved hunting, fishing, and spending time in nature. One area he really focused on was conservation. He worked to create national forests and preserves to keep land in the U.S. untainted by business and industry. He wanted to conserve land and water resources so future generations could enjoy them, just like he did. Overall, Roosevelt made the presidency strong and active. In 7 years, he made massive changes to the American government that still exist today. So this is the end of U.S. Notes 1.17. I hope you learned something about Roosevelt in this 5-minute lecture, and I'll see you in class with any questions that you have.